Welcome back to the workbench. Today I'm taking a look at this, the Academy 1:144 scale F-16. Join me as I take a look inside the box and find out what's included. Hi, I'm Matt and you're watching Model Minutes. Before I start the video, a quick shout out to my patrons. Massive thank you to you for the support that you give my channel. To find out more, check out the links under the video. So today, the F-16 in 1:144 scale from Academy. On the outside of the box we've got two aircraft flying in formation and it's quite well drawn. The only thing I would say about this is that they've used very similar colours. There's not much here to contrast. So to me, this doesn't particularly stand out on the shelf in the model shop. The thing that caught my eye, however, was the price of £3.75, which is quite low for a model kit. The rear of the box features absolutely nothing because that's completely blank. This edge features more information so you can identify it on the shelf. This side features multilingual information about the model kit, particularly safety warnings. And here it states that it's suitable for those aged 14 and older. And on this side of the box we get another illustrated drawing and a photograph of a finished sample. So let's get inside the box and find out what's in there. So the first thing we're met with is this warranty card. Make sure you check everything's in there before you unseal the parts. Next are the instructions, so let's have a look at that first. As is quite normal from Academy, in their smaller kits you get a single A4 page printed in black and white. The top image is repeated from the box artwork. Underneath that is a black and white image of the painting instructions and decal placement. I would much prefer this to be in colour so that we get everything in the right place. And at the bottom we've got some more safety information about the kit. Turning over and you can see that it's going to be quite simple. At the top we've got a key to all the different symbols and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps to complete the aircraft. The first 2 steps don't seem to have very much going on, but the last ones actually seem to have too much going on. So they could have spread that out, but I guess they wanted to keep this all on one piece of paper, so they've decided to merge these in quite a bit. And then down here we've got a list of paints and they're all numbered. And these paints make no reference to any particular brand. For example, the first one is just white. The next one is just flat black, and so on and so forth. Over here we have got FS numbers for them, which does help a little bit, but again, it depends on whatever brand you're using, you're going to have to select the right one that you think would match that. So the instructions. You get another little sheet of little tips and tools that you might need for completing the model, as is quite normal in these kits, and these are all multilingual as well. The final piece of paperwork is this bright yellow warning instruction sheet, which pretty much just says, you know, don't hurt yourself. Select the right tool, make sure you identify the right part, don't eat it, that sort of thing. And on the back is the same information but in different languages. Let's take a look at the decals. They come sealed in their own little bag to help protect them, which is quite nice. Let's get these ones out. And these seem to be to the normal standards you can expect from Academy. They're actually quite well printed, they're very fine. In such a small scale they've even made an attempt at getting the wording that you'd get in these warning labels on the side of the aircraft. So yes, it looks like they've done quite a good job of them. But it all remains to be seen how they apply to the model. Academy have got a bit of a reputation for not being the best decals in the world, so we'll just have to see. And finally, the bit you've all come to see, the sprues. These come sealed in their own plastic bag as well, just in case anything falls off and you lose it and it's not rattling around the box. It's going to be sealed inside that plastic. So we get 1, 2, 3. 3 sprues, 2 moulded in grey plastic, 1 moulded in clear. The only thing on this clear sprue is the canopy. As you can see, it's well moulded, it's crystal clear, there doesn't seem to be any real detail on there, it's pretty much just a shape of plastic but I don't see any problems with that. This sprue features the top half of the aircraft, as well as some of the smaller details, the tail fin, the engine intakes, and the nose cone, the wheels and the exhaust nozzle. And the detail is quite shallow. It's recessed, but I think if you were going to hand brush paints on this, you might lose those details. So probably some sprays or an airbrush would be quite good for that. And then on this sprue, you get the drop tanks, the underside of the aircraft, the missiles, and the landing gear parts. And although this is quite a simple kit, there doesn't appear to be much flash on it, which is quite surprising, as I've known some Academy kits to have quite a bit of flash, but this is quite nice. It's quite nicely done. The plastic does feel very smooth and almost glossy, so just watch out for that when you come to apply paint, because it might not all stick to it, so it probably will need a primer. So that's that. 3 sprues, 1 in clear, 2 in grey. The mould quality is quite good. The details are very shallow, but they do seem to be there. It's quite a simple kit. It's not going to be particularly difficult to build. So if you're just starting out, this would be good to get into. Perhaps the only thing you might struggle with is the paint scheme. Being a little bit unclear as to what you're actually required to paint where and when, because everything's in black and white. That's probably not ideal, but I imagine you probably could get a good results of it. It's not too complicated, it's pretty clear, even colours. You wouldn't necessarily need an airbrush for this one. So let's get everything back in their respective bags. So all of the warning sheets are in there. The sprues, reasonably well printed decals, and the instructions, and they all come contained within in a not very exciting box, but it is well drawn. I'm probably going to take a lot of my painting sort of inspiration from the actual box artwork. In particular, you've got these little details here which they've picked out, such as the missiles, 2 different colours, black and the white, and also sort of the nose cone and all these different areas. I think I might have to follow this as well as using the actual painting instructions. But yeah, genuinely not a bad kit. It doesn't look to be too difficult. It looks to be of a reasonable quality, and for £3.75 I think that's quite a good buy. So let me know what you think of this kit, and if you'd like to see me build it, make sure you put a comment down below. And don't forget that I'm interested to hear any suggestions you might have for videos or models you'd like to see on my channel, so feel free to post that too. All that's left to say is thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the workbench again next time.